I hope you're enjoying our Vcast. We talk about a lot of different things, and we put out a new show every Tuesday at 12 noon. This week our focus is on 3 business mistakes to avoid, removing backgrounds from pics and vids and your videos, and something special, a podcast name change. So because we're thinking of changing the name of our podcast, I need you to listen to the Don't Buy Fried Ice Cream section at the end, toward the end of this podcast, so we can tell you how you can help us out in making our decision. A great thing about a Vcast is that every week is a new start. So let's get started. Welcome to the I Feel God podcast. This is Bishop James, I Feel God Brown, and here we talk about ministry, business, and basically anything on my mind. We hope you'll stick around and enjoy it. In this week's Bible Notes section, I want to talk about God's provision for normal Christian living. Reading from Ephesians 6 and verse 11, put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. Verse 12, for we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. Listen, it's called the good fight of faith for a reason. Standing up to temptations is hard enough, but we have a real enemy who's pulling all the strings he can to throw us off track and away from our God-instituted destiny. God has had a plan for your life since before you were a twinkle in your mother and father's eye. Your mission is to fulfill that plan. To do it, you can't go out half protected and half covered. He has given us everything and every weapon we need to win. So let's go and get it done. That's today's Bible section. Hey, we have a new giveaway for the month of March. You can win a new 1080p Wi-Fi smart wireless security doorbell visual intercom camera. It has two-way audio with noise-canceling Wi-Fi. It has a built-in microphone. You can see, hear, and speak to the visitors from your phone, tablet, and PC. It has IR night vision. It has motion detection. It has cloud storage that comes with it, anti-theft design, and it's battery powered. It has low power consumption as well, and it supports 2.4G Wi-Fi. Go ahead and enter right now. It's ifggo.pro/8rn. That's ifggo.pro/8rn. Hey, did you know, while we're on the subject of a giveaway, did you know that businesses and churches can build responsive email lists literally overnight without spending money for promotion? Generating tons of leads for your business, ministry, or brand with viral giveaways is as easy as shooting ducks in a bucket. You've spent hours executing marketing plans, thousands of dollars on ads, and a ton of energy begging your mom to tell her book club about your business. And you know how that works. And has any of that really grown your email list or grown your business? If it had, you wouldn't still be listening to what I have to say. Not all hope is lost, though. You can bring your business or brand into the spotlight without breaking the bank by running viral giveaways. Listen, go get all the information at ifggo.pro/MDM. That's ifggo.pro/MDM. You won't regret trying this. This is something we use all the time. In our Tech Notes section, I want to let you know that LinkedIn has started a new stories format, kind of like Facebook stories. Another format to create content is just what was missing from social media, right? But at least this one came with plenty of information to jumpstart the process, and they tried to tell us how to get it done. LinkedIn Stories rolled out for all pages Tuesday after debuting for paid users last September. Stories enable members and organizations to share images and short videos of their everyday professional moments for 24 hours at a time. The professional and business social network, LinkedIn, eased the pain for social media managers by sharing detailed best practices and advising them to focus on 3 objectives: education, connection, and information. Suggestions for crafting LinkedIn stories included keeping the tone professional, sharing bite-sized content, humanizing creativity, reposting user-generated content and feed posts, and aiming for a mix of video, images, and text, as well as a combination of pre-produced and in-the-moment fare. That's spelled at live. As for what to avoid, LinkedIn cautioned against reposting stories ads as organic content, posting stories without context, add copy to explain the takeaway or the call to action, and getting too casual in what you're presenting. It remains, after all, a professional network. Well, there you have it. LinkedIn Stories on the way. Also in our Tech Notes section, I need to let you know that Facebook is getting rid of the Watch Party feature. Facebook launched Watch Party way back in 2018 as a new way for people to watch videos together on Facebook in real time. Anyone, including me, could start a watch party on their business page, ministry page, personal timeline, or group and host videos, live or recorded, and interact with others that were watching at the same time. Basically, a similar experience to watching Facebook live videos. I must say, I'm really disappointed to hear that Facebook is ditching the watch party. I know a lot of pastors, and me myself included, who've used the feature to increase the total viewership of their sermons, of their church services, all of that. It has really been a blessing in that way. Business the same way. Mostly, I've used it as a great interactive aspect to the courses I lead in private Facebook groups, where I air pre-recorded video lessons, and while I'm still in there, to do live Q&A while the video's playing. Watch Party will be nixed on April 16th, a month and a half from now. And as it is often very typical of Facebook, there is no public announcement yet. It'll be one of those many features you go to use and suddenly, it's not there anymore. Oh well. In our focus section, I want to talk about how to remove backgrounds on photos or videos. Listen, have you ever had a video that you just did not like the background? Or better yet, have you ever had a picture that you didn't want the background on, that you actually wanted to place it in a different scene altogether? And did you know that you can have automatic and free image and video background removal in just a couple of seconds? The state-of-the-art tools from Pixlr, Pixlr, Unscreen, and Capwing, and I love Capwing, will let you remove backgrounds from selfies, profile pictures, videos, and others without the cumbersome manual work of picking out individual pixels that we've all had to do way too often. with Pixlr and these other apps, Pixlr, Capwing, and Unscreen, you just basically select the person or the image that you want to keep, and it gets rid of everything else. It doesn't have to be green screen or anything like that. Pixlr will even remove the background on several images at the same time. Fine-tune the result with their detail cutout tools. You can't mix. Now, in the show notes, you'll find links to Pixlr, to Unscreen for videos. That's the best one for videos. And the one I'll use for all of this is Capwing, Kapwing. I'll have those links in the show notes for you. All right? Bye-bye. Hi, I want to tell you about managed WordPress hosting. Listen, don't try to do it yourself. Don't go to WordPress.com. Even if you have self-hosted WordPress, one of the problems is you have to have some technical skills when you get into trouble. Well, all of that is taken care of with a managed WordPress hosting solution. EasyWP is the one we use and we believe in, all right? And it's great for everyone. This isn't just cheap WordPress hosting. With EasyWP, your WordPress website is powered by their very own cloud technology, giving you that set it and forget it experience. This unique infrastructure is designed to let each and every website live and grow without hiccups. Now, one of the other things is EasyWP is one of the fastest managed WordPress solutions that is on the market. You get all the following. You get one WordPress website installed in under 90 seconds. It's hosted on Namecheap Cloud. It has seamless scalability as visitors grow. It has a 99.9% uptime. It's 3 times faster than traditional hosting. It has support for any domain name provider, and it's safe and secure. It's easy to use dashboard. You can manage your WordPress websites without a problem. Now, you still have to do the layout of it, but the actual installation of WordPress and maintenance of it and the backups and the restores and the SFTP and all of that is handled for you. Manage WordPress hosting for $15 for the first year? Get out of here. But that's what this is about. Check it out at ifggo.pro/ZIM. That's ifggo.pro/ZIM. Hi, we never like to end the broadcast or even stop it without telling you about our mission, why we do what we do. We believe that many churches and ministries suffer because Christians, both ministers and business people, do not generate enough income and revenue. The fact is that during this pandemic, it is even emphasized that all the more. We believe that regular people can build legitimate, lasting incomes from simple online businesses that leverage their existing skills and passions. We are dedicated to creating financial and entrepreneurial opportunities to meet the financial needs of regular people like you. Therefore, we develop websites, video channels, email assets, ministry and business training, and side gigs to help ministers and Christian business people be more effective. That's our mission. That's why we do what we do. Hey, I want to tell you about a new small group Bible study for churches. This is our church section, and I wanted to tell you about it. It's for churches and small groups. Every now and then, we need a tune-up. We need to take our bodies to a doctor for a physical. We need to talk to a friend about our marriage. Our employers have us do a year-end evaluation all the time. Our cars need a tune-up, and so do our church small groups. As you retool and restart the small groups and Sunday school after this COVID pandemic is over, There is a 6-week study that will lead your group to rethink your purpose as a small group and how well you're doing to accomplish each one of your targets. The sessions include rethinking our purpose, evangelizing as a team, service in groups, being disciples and making disciples, worship, satisfying our thirst for all, fellowship, we're better together. This study is also suitable for new small groups, not just ones that have already been in existence. The books for this are available on Kindle and in paperback. Go to Amazon, amzn.to, amzn.to/3U, capital C, capital V, ON6. Now, I have that link in the show notes, so be sure to check it out. Bye-bye. Our second focus for this week's podcast are 3 mistakes your business needs to avoid. The first one is go beyond the idea. Do your market research. I recently heard about an owner of an ice cream store in Utah. Before he opened in his location, he spent 6 weeks, 8 hours per day, standing outside with a click counter, counting foot traffic. He realized that even though his shop would be across a busy street, the foot traffic was bigger than the main area his competitors were in. After he had been open for 9 months, he had always outpaced projections every day he has been open. That's research. We tend to fall in love with our business ideas. The truly successful ones remove the passion and look at the cold truth. Is there a market? The second error is not enough cash flow. Cash flow or lack of it will wipe out the most successful businesses, let alone a slow starter. You'll want 3 to 6 months minimum available to keep your doors open. And that means really your expenses for being open. You don't need to have cash on hand. It could be in the form of a line of credit, but you need cash available fast when you do need it. Number 3, be sure you have a marketing plan. The internet is a double-edged sword. It gives us the world at our fingertips, but it also lets every man and his dog have their marketing idea available for purchase. You have to have a solid plan on marketing with trackable results. You need to know what has been happening. You will fail if you don't. Here are some figures. Just $20 per day spent on Facebook is $600 a month. That is absolutely bottom level spending. Google Ads. You need to enter around $50 per day just to get into that ballpark. Don't think of your budget in terms of hundreds, but think in terms of thousands, and thank me later. These are 3 of the most common mistakes that new businesses make. Yes, you will find 1, 2, or maybe even 3 that succeed without research, without cash reserves, and without a marketing plan. But for each one of those, I can find 10 to 100 that did not succeed and had to close shop. I hope you understand. In our business notes section, yesterday, the Small Business Administration released an update to the sole proprietor version of the PPP loan application. This change allows companies with no employees to get more money from the PPP than they were previously allotted. Companies with fewer than 20 employees also now have an exclusive window, nobody else can apply right now, in which to apply for funds through March 9th. The changes are part of a spate of revisions requested by the Biden administration, aimed at making the now $284.5 billion forgivable loan program more equitable and accessible to the smallest businesses. Here's how to work. Starting yesterday, sole proprietors, independent contractors, and self-employed individuals may apply for a PPP loan equivalent to the figure listed on line 7 of their Schedule C form, that is, their gross income. Previously, businesses needed to list their net income on line 31 on the form, which removes taxes and other expenses from the calculation. How to apply? Contact your bank or go to the SBA directly and say, where do I go? And that'll help you find the places to apply. Let me tell you about something else we use almost every day. It's Groove Funnels. This is the new best way to create websites, build funnels, and sell digital products online. That's what we do. Forget complicated software. Say goodbye to clunky websites. Cancel all your monthly fees for all that stuff. Groove Funnels is your complete digital products and services online sales system. But listen to this. My favorite word. If you've been around me any amount of time, you know this is my favorite word. It's free. Oh yeah, it's free. Now you can get in a more advanced version, but to start out with, what you need is absolutely free. Sign up for your free Groove Funnels account and get lifetime access for a limited time only. They don't even ask for your credit card. Go to ifggo.pro, ifggo.pro/IMN. That's ifggo.pro/IMN. In our life and current events notes, I got something I want to talk about, and it's not a happy subject. Young people and suicide. Each and every day is a show, and it represents studies and courage, both in life and in the MTV documentary about young people and suicide. In frank and revealing conversations, 9 teenage suicide survivors recount what took them to the brink and how they fought and continue to fight to keep their right to live. With suicides by young people already on the rise in recent years and the relentless pandemic piling on pressure, a film giving voice to those who attempted or considered suicide takes on more urgency. So many young people suffer in silence. They really do not want to speak up about these feelings. Donna Satow of the JED Foundation, who partnered with MTV to produce this, that's what she said. So when they see their own age group speak up and speak up in a language they actually understand, it's powerful and it really moves the conversation to the next step. The show premiered commercial-free on MTV February 16th. So please go check your local listings for rebroadcast dates. Set your teenager down with you. Watch it together. If they don't have a rebroadcast date publicized, what you need to do is, if you have cable, I know here with Spectrum, we can go to on-demand HBO and we can see this particular show. It's important. Don't waste your time. Also in our life and current events section, get yourself a robot lawyer. For the longest time, there was little we could do to fight robocallers. You know, the folks that always want to sell you a car warranty. Sure, you can block their numbers, but they're free to harass you as much as they want. You can also go on a do not call list, but really, that doesn't stop them all the time. A new app is changing the game by letting you block and even sue robocallers. Yes, I said sue. Dubbed Robo Revenge, this app automatically registers your phone number on a do not call list, Give scammers a fake credit card numbers so they can leave you alone, then walks you through the steps of contacting a lawyer and suing the scammers for money. Not only that, but it also sends a dispute letter on your behalf demanding compensation. Imagine how nervous a scammer will feel when this app asks them for cold, hard cash. Tap or click here for more details. What you need to do is go to donotpay.com. That's donotpay.com. Now, it does cost $35 a year, but it could cost them a lot more. Okay? It's time for our closing notes section. Did you know you can schedule a free call with me? Well, you can. Simply go to ifggo.pro/let's talk. ifggo.pro/let's talk. Select a time, so any time that works for you and is on that schedule, and let's talk. You can't beat the price. It's free. Have you subscribed yet? That's another thing. Subscribe for free and never miss out on our wisdom, tips, and news. Subscribe using your favorite podcast app via Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Tuned In. We're on all of them. Just search for the I Feel God Podcast. Don't forget, we're also on YouTube on the I Feel God Podcast channel there. You can also spread the word to your friends, church members, and co-workers. We would really appreciate it if you would leave a rating and a review as well. Hopefully, this episode has helped you lead like never before. That's my goal. If you appreciated it, could you share the love? The best way to do that is to rate the podcast on Apple Podcasts and leave us a brief review. You can do the same on Stitcher and on TuneIn as well. Your ratings and reviews help us place the podcast in front of new leaders and listeners. Your feedback also lets me know how I can better serve you. Your support is also important. Please consider giving and supporting our podcast and Vcast. All you have to do is go to anchor.fm/IFeelGod/support. Let me say that again. Anchor, ANCHOR.fm/IFeelGod/support. If you could do that for us, it would be a blessing. Until next Tuesday at 12 noon. I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Welcome to the I Feel God podcast. This is Bishop James, I Feel God Brown, and here we talk about ministry, business, and basically anything on my mind. We hope you'll stick around and enjoy it.